Hello everyone. Today we will learn how to create tasks in ClickUp from new calendar events in Microsoft Outlook. So whenever you create a new event in your Office 365, you want that a new task should be created in your ClickUp as well. So we are going to automate this process with the help of Pabbly Connect. We will create an integration where our trigger will be a new event created in Office 365 and our action will be to create that new task in ClickUp. Let us know how to do it. So let us learn how we can integrate ClickUp and our Microsoft Outlook in such a way that whenever a new event is created over here from this place, then a new task will be created in our ClickUp account. We will be doing this with the help of Pabbly. So let us quickly sign in into our account. Because I already have an account, I will straight away click on sign in. This will take me to my Pabbly account where I will just have to click on Pabbly Connect Access Now because we are going to use Pabbly Connect to create this automation today. When you reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, you have to click on this blue button where it's written Create Workflow and give a suitable name to your workflow. I'm going to name it as Create Task in ClickUp from Events in Microsoft Outlook. Click on Create and then a blank workflow will be created for you. Here you can see that you have two boxes, Trigger and Action. Now Trigger is when this happens and Action is do this, which means that in the Trigger application, a trigger or an event will take place. That event will trigger this workflow that we are going to do manually, and then the automation is going to be applied on the Action application because the assigned action will be performed. So for that we have to choose our trigger application. So the trigger application is supposed to be the one where we are going to make the changes. Like we are going to create an event in our Microsoft Office 365. So choose Microsoft Office 365 because Microsoft Outlook is a part of that itself. So choose 365 and then you have to choose a trigger event which is going to be a new calendar event. Triggers when a new calendar event is created. So this workflow will work when a new calendar event will be created. For that, first we have to connect our trigger application and Pabbly Connect. Why? Because as soon as you create an event over here, this information will be fetched by Pabbly Connect and it will be here displayed in our workflow. So click on Connect. Add new connection, connect with Microsoft Office 365. It will automatically detect the presence of your open account and you just have to provide access to your account by clicking on yes over here. And then the accounts will be connected. The authorization is successful and now this same button says connected. Now a calendar is provided to you. So you have to just go back and check that which calendar are you talking about. When you click on event, it will provide you with this name. Calendar. Okay, so you can change this name calendar Pabbly Connect whichever way you want. If I will make it to Pabbly Connect over here, it will be displayed like this. So make that change in here as well. So I'm going to choose Pabbly Connect because this is the calendar I will create an event in. And now you have to click on Save and Send Test Request. So Save and Send Test Request is the button where you save this setting and then you go back to your trigger application to create that event and then Pabbly Connect will capture the response. So click on this button and go to Outlook and then create an event. So again, choose Pabbly Connect as your calendar and then you add a title. This is the title of my event. Then I will give a date. So let's say it's on 27th. Okay, this is the start and end is the same, but you just have to decide the time. So the time is going to be 3 to 3:30, or if you want to make it 3 to 4, like 1 hour event. Okay, do the settings accordingly. If you want to add any invitee, you can add their email addresses. So the locations, if it's a Skype meeting, then okay, let it be. Otherwise, you can just enter any location of the GPS that I have entered right here. Okay, then you can add description. So, okay, this is the description and you are supposed to reach there 15 minutes before or 5 minutes before, any way that you want. This is done. So just click on save over here. You have created an event. Okay, now when you go back to Pabbly Connect, you have to check that yes, you have received a response. Like you can see over here, music event was the title. Then you have the email ID of Microsoft Outlook. Then you have the location of the event. Okay, and then you have the link of that event and further details like you will be having the description as well. So the start date, end date, all is given over here. Now this is done. So just save this step because you are going to save this information and use this information to transfer it to ClickUp. Now when you provide your action application, that is ClickUp, you are going to create a task over there. Okay, and the action event is to create a task. Connect both the accounts. There is one step that you have to enter between both this trigger and action. You will be understanding that once you get to know what all fields are supposed to be filled inside your ClickUp account in order to create a task. So first you will connect your ClickUp and Pabbly Connect. So enter the API token, and where are you going to find the API token? You can read this instruction. Log into your ClickUp account. We have already done that. And then click on the profile icon at the bottom left corner and go to apps. There you will find the API token. So here on the left corner, you can see when you click on it, you have to go to your apps and then there is this API token. So if you want to regenerate, you can regenerate and use a fresh token for a fresh new workflow and paste it right here. Click on save and then your accounts will be connected. See, now this is connected. You have to do these further settings, but then if you scroll down, so you will see you have to enter a due date and due time and then start date as well. So for that, you need to change the format of your date. Okay, that is given to you, date and time, the format is supposed to be changed. And for that purpose, you cannot use the same format that is given to you here. Why? Because see, this is the format we are provided. This is the end time and similarly start time is also given. So we will be changing this format with the help of a function that's called date time formatter. So for that you have to add the step between both of these. You have to add one action step over here and type date time formatter. Date time formatter is a feature that is built inside Pabbly and it is used to change or format date and time. So we only want to format the date. There is no time zone that is supposed to be changed. Click on connect. No separate connection is required because it is inside Pabbly only. Now you have to map the date. Okay, so every time a new event will be created in your Microsoft Office 365, the date will be captured in the same format as given in the response. But when you map it over here, then every time that new date will come. So let us say we want to change the start date first. Okay, so this is the start date time. All right, now from and to format. From is the current format in which the date is. So the date is in this format only. See, then to format was timestamp in milliseconds. So see, this is the format you want to change it to. Click on save and send test request and then the format will be changed. So you got the start date, but we also want the end date to be changed. So we will add one more action step to it. And again, we will use date time formatter to change the end date time as well. Format date only. The same process is supposed to be followed. And this time you will enter the date as end time. So here you can see end date time is what you want to format. The current format is this, where after seconds Z is there without space, and to format is timestamp in milliseconds. So again you click on save and send test request, and again your end time will also be changed into timestamp only. Click on save. And now you have saved these two steps, that is your format date. Okay, now it's safe to proceed with this. But before that, make sure you refresh your ClickUp again because now you will be having two more steps between the trigger application and the action application. So you have to choose your workspace, then your space in Connect, and the folder name in Connect is bookings that I want to work upon. When this is done, so there will be a list called events and it will already be visible over here, list name, because there is just one single list. Now you have to enter some details with the help of mapping. So we already know what is mapping, using the information from the previous step to enter in the details of the action step. So when you click on any blank field which needs to be filled in the action application, so they will ask you to insert data from the previous step and they will provide all the previous step right here from where you can use the information to be mapped. So the task name was captured in the new calendar event, that is our first trigger application, and this was the task name, that's called music event. Then the description, so the description was also here only, so you can just scroll down and find what was the description. It was about the traditional attire that we typed, so you can just find it like here. You are welcome to the event and the traditional attires of India. This is the description. Okay. Then the assignee ID, you can assign it to anybody in your group. These are here present over here because these are the assignees in the ClickUp workspace. Okay, so I'm assigning it to this person. You can set the priority. I'm setting it to high. And then in the description, you can also add the venue. So for the data to be entered in the next line, you put a backslash and n and then keep writing after that. So what was the venue? So first write venue right here, venue colon, and then you can map the venue. It's corporate point space IT Park space name of the city space and then name of the state as well. The code is also given over here, so you can also map the postal code. Okay, now this is done. Now you have to enter the due date and the due start date. So due date is the end date. So end date was given by the second date time formatter, that is this result, and start date was the first date time formatter, that is this result. So this is done. Okay, now the status is to do or complete. So it's not complete, it's to do. It's going to take place. And in the end, we will again click on save and send test request and wait for the response from the action application. So this is the new ID created and this is the name, the text content, the description and everything is over here. It shows no error, which means that our workflow has been a success. Click on save and there you save the whole workflow. Saving the whole workflow means that even if any change is required, you can change it later on. But for now, it is saved. So you'll go back to your ClickUp and see that yes, this is the new event that has been created, new task. Here is the description and the start and end date will be given over here only. See, created, time tracked, and then start date is this and due date is this, Monday 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. So basically what we wanted has been done over here. Let us do a quick recap of our workflow. Our trigger application was Microsoft Office 365 and a new calendar event is added, that is the trigger of this application. So we created a new event after connecting the account. A response was received over here. We chose the correct calendar first. Then we formatted the date and time, the start date and the end date, because ClickUp wanted the date in timestamp millisecond format. So we changed or formatted the date both ways, start and end, and then we used that to fill in the details of the ClickUp task. Make sure you refresh it again so that all the previous steps are visible when you do the mapping of the fields. Once this is done, click on save and send test request and this response is received. And as you can see in our ClickUp, this task has been created in the exact place like we mapped. So this was the whole workflow. I hope this helped.
Not just these applications, but you can integrate many other applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any issue regarding Pabbly, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any doubts regarding our pricing, then you can connect us through this given website. If you found this video helpful in any way, then make sure to share this with your friends and colleagues to make their life easier by creating automations. We will meet in the next video. Till then, do not forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.